Hello beautiful souls, and welcome back to Moonbird Magick. Today's video I'm just going to take you through a little DIY tutorial of this spellbook, witchy journal, book of shadows, whatever you wish to call it. This was a fairly easy process, fairly cheap and affordable to make, and it was a fun project that I think you will all enjoy doing for your practice and your craft. So if you want to learn how to make a book like this, stick around. Okay guys, hello there. So let's just get right into making this journal. I started with a wire-bound, just a basic art sketchbook, some big sheets of felt, I have a paper towel roll, some Mod Podge, scissors, and you'll see later I have some other supplies I'll bring in. So I'm starting off, I wanted to cover the spine and the spiral of this book with the paper towel roll. So I'm just kind of cut it in half. I think I cut a little excess off, and I'm just going to cover this spine and make it like as if it weren't there. I'm trying to hide the binding, right? So just using some Mod Podge, covered that up. I placed a big heavy book on top and let that dry for quite a while. So this book is going to be, I'm going for a faux leather look. A leather bound look, but it's going to be faux leather. So after that was dry, after the spine was dry, I started covering it with the felt pieces. I cut one for around the spine and then two for the front and back covers. Just gluing it all down, letting them dry completely between. Just lining things up, cutting it exact. I ended up using about this whole jar of Mod Podge, so expect to use a good bit. Gluing all that down, making sure it was pretty straight and perfect. And if it's not perfect, it's okay, because you're going to cover this with some tissue paper, as you'll see here. So this is what's going to give it that faux leather appearance. I'm just kind of tearing some sheets off to size, cutting and tearing, starting with the spine. This will also give it some strength. It's almost like a paper mache, if you will, so it's pretty cool. I saw this technique on YouTube, and I thought I would try it. I've made another one a smaller size that it was on my Instagram, but I wanted to make a bigger book here, so that's what I'm doing. I used, I guess, about 3 layers of the tissue paper, I would say. Maybe a little more here and there. It's really up to you the look you're going for. You'll be able to judge and see as you're going how much more you want to put on it. It's all up to you. It's kind of intuitive, creative process, as is all art. And of course, letting these layers dry between. I put the glue down, then laid down the paper, and I put a little more glue on top, just to kind of, it makes it wrinkle and really gives it that leathery appearance. It's really cool. This took me a couple days to do, I guess about 3 or 4 days, just because of all the drying time. Now here I was making sure the inside was covered and uniform. more layers, more glue, making it look nice and neat on these inside corners. And I'm going to put a piece of black paper here too, so if you don't do this step, it's fine. You can cover it up, as you'll see. Then I went in here and just made sure the spine was covered really well. Laying down some little pieces of paper here, just covering all the areas. Alright, so now I'm putting the inside covers on, just using some black construction paper, gluing it down, and just to give it a uniform appearance and cover up the little foldy bits from the tissue paper. Doing the front and back cover, and I am going to be decorating this part, so you can use whatever color paper you want. I'm using just black construction paper, whatever you're called to use. And now comes the fun part of painting. I used Grumbacher acrylic black, and this paint is really nice quality, so it just took one nice coat to cover it up and gave it a beautiful, rich, deep color. I've made one of these books before and I used like a brown, but I wanted to use black this time, like a black leather book. Really cool. And the hardest part was deciding what I wanted to put on the cover, so I decided I want a moon to live on the cover of this book. So I just rolled out some air dry clay, sketched out the moon, cut it and shaped it out, and just let it dry. And I didn't show, but I painted it obviously with acrylic paint as well. And I'm just putting on some book corner protectors. I got these on Amazon, like a big blot. I just thought it gave it a nice old rustic book appearance. I like it a lot. I glued them down, then I put some glue on top as well to really secure them in. Next I'm putting I just cut out a black square of that same felt, putting it in the center in like a diamond shape. My moon is going to live on this diamond. Putting more corners on this piece. I just thought it gave it a nice dynamic look, really give it some depth. Really old school book appearance. And now I'm making the straps for the book. These are the little loops, and then the bigger pieces are the book straps. Just doing the same process. They're all cut out of foam. Got a couple layers of the tissue paper, and then I'm going to paint them. Like I said, the biggest part of this process in this project was the drying time. Just let it all dry in between. Layers and layers. You can make these a different color if you like, whatever kind of speaks to you. Now I'm painted all the little corner pieces with a touch of gold acrylic paint because I wanted to just give it a slightly gold appearance. So I just kind of touched some paint onto all of these. And as you'll see, I'm using two more of these corner protectors to put on the book straps. Just painting the straps black. These are the little loops for the back, or for the front rather. Now this is what I was talking about. I used more of those corner pieces to put onto the little pointy parts of the straps to kind of just give it a really heavy look, like a really heavy leather look. of worked it in there. I've pinched off the ends to make it a little bit shorter, and I did glue those down. So now I'm gluing the little loops, gluing both of the ends down, leaving the centers open and enough space for the little belts to slide through. It's looking cool already. And I just glued one side of the strap down to the back side of the book. Made sure, double checked that there was enough room to close the book, sliding it through the loops. Now I'm painting the edges of the paper with a gold acrylic paint, like shiny gold. I was pinching the pages closed so that nothing seeped through. Can't really see this part, sorry. I just thought I'd give it a nice finishing touch. And voila, there we go. There's my Book of Shadows, my witchy journal. This was a really fun project. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have more stuff like this. And I'm also going to be showing you a flip through when I fill this book up. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.